Greetings, welcome to Wells of Happiness Media. My name is Victoria Chapu Ambabali, and I'm so excited to be here today. And I do have someone special, and I'd like them to introduce themselves and tell us where they're from.
Hello, my name is Hunter Jacob Mwenda Kayemba, and I am from Aurora, Colorado. I am graduating from Cherokee Trail High School.
Oh, perfect. So you said your name is Hunter Kayemba Luswata
Hunter K. Jacob Mwenda.
Mwanda. Okay, sorry, let's do it again. Hunter
Jacob
Jacob
Mwenda
Mwanda
Kayemba.
Kayemba. Oh, wow, those are some lovely names. So tell us, what does Kayemba mean?
So Kayemba is just a name of a very famously clean and meticulous king, and it comes from the lion tribe.
The lion tribe. So you have to be in Pologoma, right? Should I make you say that word or?
Pologoma.
Oh, good. Oh, yay. Oh, Hunter, that is so beautiful. I'm so delighted to have you here with us.
Yeah.
Tell our viewers how old you are.
I just turned 18 years old in January.
Oh, happy birthday, belated happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Oh, lovely. So tell us, what school have you been going to?
So yes, for the last 3 years I've been going to Cherokee Trail, but for my freshman year I went to Smoky Hill.
Smoky Hill.
Yes.
So how has that experience been for you?
The transition was kind of hard just because, it's like a place where you don't know anyone. But of course, once you get there and you like settle yourself in, you start to make friends, if you live at a mapper, and that worked very easily.
So you moved from Cherokee Trail to Smoky Hill.
Smoky Hill Church.
Smoky Hill to Cherokee Trail, the other way around.
Yes.
Ah, so tell me about that. So what was the most significant lesson you've learned about yourself during your high school journey?
Um, hmm. Start your work early. Okay. Is the most important thing that can ever be said about just work, like being a person in general, is, start early and have a plan.
So start early and have a plan. Okay. So how do you think your experiences in high school have shaped your perspective on the world?
Well, I guess in like the academic setting, I've taken a lot of rigorous classes that kind of force you to consider other people's perspectives. And so I find myself just in like my everyday life, I try to really understand where other people are coming from. And oftentimes I find that it really like does change my opinion on something that I thought I knew for 100% to be certain.
Okay. So when you think about the world, it takes me into thinking of ourselves and where we're from. So tell us where your parents from.
Both of my parents are from Kampala, Uganda. That's where I met. But my mom has been here longer than my dad.
Okay, that's interesting. So being here and of course getting that perspective about the world and then considering your parents are from Uganda. Tell me, how has that experience been for you going to high school, having parents that are from Uganda, Ugandan descent, and also mixing with all the other kids here who are coming from different backgrounds? Do you feel like you've found yourself in a place where you're more culturally competent, or how does that feel?
I do definitely find myself to be more culturally competent. I think that is something that definitely comes with age, as you gain a lot of experiences. But I do go to a school with a very culturally diverse background. So a lot of Habeshas, is a lot of South Asian people. So I'm always immersed in cultures that are not necessarily my own. So I think it hasn't.
So you've had a cultural immersion per se, and you have Habesha and Habesha from Ethiopia,
Yep.
right? And then of Asian, anywhere specific in Asia?
I would say there's a lot of Indian people, and then definitely a lot more hurried people.
More Korean. So have you been eating a lot of kimchi?
No. Dora,
Dogo and Jura. Oh my goodness, Santa, I like that. I like that. Okay, that's a good one. I was gonna ask you a question, but I think I've lost my train of thought on that one. But we'll come back to that. So then, what are your favorite foods from Uganda?
um, well, I've always really loved Kawunga. Kawunga has always been like a go-to meal for me, so I think that's something I really enjoy. But my mom makes really good nyama, so
Nyama. Oh, So
Rice, nyama, and maybe some greens.
rice, nyama, and greens. Yes, I think your mom makes some really good greens too. All right. So, or maybe this is another one. Describe a moment or experience that made you feel seen, heard, or empowered during your high school years.
Hmm. Well, this last year I got the opportunity to serve on a leadership board for the IB program at my school, which definitely did make me feel really seen. I got to lead a specific part of the program. I led the social part of the programs. I did all the outreach and all the social media stuff. So I felt like that was really fun, and it is something that I definitely want to immerse myself in as I, venture into business. So that did make me feel really seen, and just kind of like I guess like grown up in a sense. Like I felt like I could really do that in my real life.
Yeah, I can see that in you, Hunter. I really can see like you're a person that's very social, although you've been hiding yourself from, from us, but I can find anybody, okay? Trust me on this one. You can give me a five on that. And now, for some people that don't know what IB means, because tell us more. For the viewers out there, IB is International Baccalaureate, right? So tell us more about what the International Baccalaureate program is like.
So, if you're familiar with the advanced placement program, it's kind of something similar to that, but the staggering difference between the two is that with the AP program, you're taking tests on a yearly basis. The IB program, you're tested. So, there's a difference between standard level and higher level. Higher level classes are 2 years and require you to take the test after 2 years. So, you would have to take the test over 2 years of content, whereas SL is standard level, so you only have to take test go for 1 year content. And then I think another very big difference is that you're not allowed to really pick and choose which IB classes you take.
No way.
It's more like you have to fully commit to it. You can't take like it can't be like AP where you take like an AP science and then maybe just like an honors level not. Classically an IB level science and an IB level.
And how have you found those classes? Have they been very challenging, or tell us your experience?
I think that they definitely have been challenging. The biggest thing is definitely the workload that you're gonna see in those classes. But they are, for as challenging as they are equally as rewarding, and you definitely pull so much out of the class if you really dedicate yourself to doing good work, which is something that I did.
Well, that's very amazing. So tell us, so you're coming from an international baccalaureate program, and you are coming out of uh, Smoky Hill, Cherokee Trail. I keep mixing the two together. And now, where are you going for college?
I am going to CU Boulder, just like every person from Colorado. But I'm very, very excited. I think it's definitely a school full of opportunity. That's something that I've heard so much about it. And I've already gotten into some clubs. So I'm very excited about that. Some leadership programs that I think are going to stand me out from any other people when I go to ski.
So give me an idea of the leadership classes that you're thinking you're going to be taking.
So, I was already accepted into multicultural leadership scholars, which is this program on school. Pretty much, they just teach you how to be a leader in a professional space, and you take some extra add-on classes for that. So, I don't know what they're called off the top of my head. They do generally involve leadership. So yes, those things will be added onto my schedule for I think the first like 3 years of school.
Of school. And what exactly are you going to do?
Like going for management of information systems.
Management of information systems. So you're going to be our go-to person, right?
Yes, call me if you have a system.
Hey, we're gonna be call Hunter. So Hunter, tell me what inspired your parents to call you Hunter? I've always loved that name.
I actually don't know.
Yeah?
I really always wondered myself, but I guess if I had to speak for myself, that like the point that I'm at right now, I would say because I like to hunt for opportunities. So,
I love that. Hunter is such a beautiful, beautiful name. And tell us, because you're coming out of high school and going to college, what was your weighted GPA?
my weighted was 4.4.
4.4. Well, congratulations.
You?
Tell me more about what you have around your neck. So you do have a bunch of things around your neck. Tell our viewers what these are and what they represent.
So, these are only a couple of the ones that I will be receiving, but this is just for honors at my school. When you maintain above a certain GPA, they give you an honors board. So this is what that is for. And then I also have this one, which is for business distinction. So pretty much just taking 2 years of business class or 4 years of an art class. But I did the 2 years for.
So, congratulations,
You.
Hunter. If you think of graduating from high school, between your mom and dad, who do you think is the happiest seeing you graduate high school?
I think just with my mom, because I would. Well, one thing I always think about, in terms of like where I've put myself in my academic career, is when I was in third grade. She like right when we met my teacher for the first time, she told the teacher to like challenge me and not sitting by any of my friends so I wouldn't get distracted because that was something that was like on four cars over time. But yes, like and she's definitely worked very hard to see that my success comes about to fruition. So it does.
That is so lovely. I remember you, Hunter, as a young lad. Okay, you would get your fingers everywhere. You know, like yeah. But it's so interesting to see you all grow and become the young man that you are. We are so proud of the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and we want to continue to uplift and build and empower as you go on forth into the world, and even with the beautiful work that you're going to be doing as a leadership and the courses, and we're just super excited to just have you among us and in our community, and we know that you're going to be doing great things.
I'm excited to be in the community.
Yes, and if there was a challenge you faced in high school, how did you overcome it, and what did you learn from that experience for our viewers who are out there watching?
I've definitely learned that it's important to pace yourself in your work and just make sure that you are at a place where you're like mentally able to do the work because yes, like stressing yourself it's never gonna help, especially like right before a test, for example. You never really want to stress yourself because if you've worked really hard to, build something for yourself up to that point, that should shine in the middle of the test. It shouldn't be something that you're rushing to build right before the second before the test. So I would definitely say my challenge is overcoming my procrastination. I think it's something that is definitely a little encouraged in IB, or I wouldn't say encouraged, but like normalized. So that is something I definitely work.
Oh, that is so lovely. Well, Hunter, we have been so honored to have you here today. I just want you to know that we're so proud of you and we cannot wait for what is in store for you. Please continue to push and just keep being encouraged. And again, as in you're in college, sit away from those that are gonna, keep you or distract you and do what you are out there to do. We are so proud of you and we are so happy that you took the time to be here with us. Thank you so much. One final thing that I wanted to do this year that's a little different, I'd like to bestow upon our dear graduates with something that represents us. So let me put this upon you to bestow the Ugandan flag. And to say congratulations.
Thank you so
We are
much.
so happy to have had you here. May I get a hug?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So much for having me. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And again, we say thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you. And in 3-4 years, you'll be sitting in this chair again, telling us,
Color, yes.
yes, in a different color. Congratulations once again, and thank you so much. From Wells of Happiness Media, let's say bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Yes.